Today I am going to be going through the funniest tellestrations booklets I've made with my family over the years. If you don't know what tellestrations is, it's like telephone, but everyone's going around at once. It's sort of complicated, but all you need to know is the basics. So anyway, yeah, let's get straight into it. So, in this one, my dad wrote, "Lasagna cupcakes are fashionable." Oh yeah, by the way, one thing I should explain in Tellestration is where, someone writes something and then they pass it to the next person, who draws what it is, and then they pass it to the next person who writes what they think the drawing is of, then they pass it to the next person who draws that, and so on. So anyway, yeah, my dad wrote, "Lasagna cupcakes are fashionable." And then my mom drew this masterpiece. And then someone, I think my uncle, wrote "Pizza Prison for Hippies." And then my cousin drew this work of art. And then someone, I believe my brother, wrote "Federal Prison." And then I drew this. I promise, all of these drawings you see are not how I usually... Hold on, sorry I can't get a good view. The camera isn't focusing very well. Oh yeah, it's my guinea pigs. They like to... Camera's not focusing well. Hold on. Anyway, yeah, you get the basics. It was a pretty basic drawing, but again, this isn't how I draw. I was just in all of these. I was just in a serious time crunch. And then my brother wrote "Prison," and that's the end of that booklet. And now, let's go through this one. My mom wrote a volcano spewing shark. My dad drew this work of art. I wrote, "I need better water, orange water hot." And someone, I think my brother, drew this. And then my dad, I think, wrote, "I should drink water instead." And I drew this. This is really embarrassing. This was a long time ago. Also, I was in a serious time crunch. Yeah. So next, we have this. I drew this to start. This one I actually started with a drawing. I know this is weird. I'll explain later. And then my brother wrote "zombie whistling." My dad drew this. And my mom wrote, "Billy from Laser Blast has a pretty good singing voice." By the way, Laser Blast is this comically bad movie we recently saw. And then went back around to me. I drew this. Don't ask. Brother wrote "Turtle with stomach trouble." And my dad drew this. And my mom, to finish this one, wrote, "Sigmund the tortoise understood that his belly had always been and would always be the problem." So we started off, someone, I forgot who, I believe my brother or my dad, drew this. I wrote "COVID mad after, oh my god, I can't even tell what I wrote. after spying on Taco Tote and not pleased with a side of Linus's blackberry basket and some farts. And my brother drew this. You can see his bad handwriting. And my dad wrote, "The sun is mad about the fart, as well as the root causes of farts." And then I think my mom drew this. And I wrote, "Son angry about something, don't know what, you'll think of something." And then it went back around to my brother, and he drew this. There's a sun in the car, and I think a banana, or maybe it's a moon in a car that's like, loser. Yeah. And that's the end of that one. And then I think my dad or my mom wrote a cow at a basketball game. I think my mom drew this. Then my brother wrote mutant cow thingy getting hit by a basketball. I drew this. Again, please don't judge. I'm really bad at drawing cows, and tellestrations just really brings out our worst, funniest drawings. And my mom wrote cheetah basketball. And I think my brother or my dad drew this. Oh my God. And my mom, I think, my brother. My brother wrote leopard dribbling. And that finishes off that one. So my mom wrote a foot eating corn on the cob, at least I think it was my mom. And then my dad drew this. And then my brother wrote, "That old corn dog looks yummy." And I drew this. I know I keep saying this, but just please don't judge. And yeah, that ends that one. And then I think my mom started off with a drawing on this one. She drew this. And my dad wrote, "I want to do the thing I was born to do." My brother drew this. And I wrote, "A guy longing to skydive." My mom drew this. And my dad wrote, "I wonder what happened to that plane. Oh well, jumping out was a lot of fun." My brother drew this. I wrote, "A guy jumping from a rocket." You know, this one has undergone the most serious transformation, in my opinion. I've got a bunch more, but I'm going to try to get through them quickly. So, in this one, my brother wrote lamp playing accordion. I think my dad drew, oh God, the camera's not focusing right, sorry. Drew this. My mom wrote a lamp and a lamp and a mini piano performing a duet. I drew this unprofessional looking drawing. My brother wrote piano and bass performing in outer space. Okay, next one. My brother wrote train carrying cows, because he knew that, I was going to have to draw a cow. And I am horrible, and I repeat, horrible at drawing cows. They're like the one thing I can't draw other than horses, but I can draw horses better than I can draw cows. So yeah, here's my embarrassing drawing. Keep in mind that this also was a long time ago. The camera's still not focusing right. I'm sorry, I don't have a very good camera. Mom wrote one-eared cat dancing on a weird car. And my dad drew this. And yes, my brother wrote platypus paying his bill. Hold on. Again, I apologize. My dad drew this. I think my cousin drew this. I wrote pay the platypus. I think my uncle or my other cousin drew this. My dad wrote Perry, because, by the way, the previous drawing looks like exactly like Perry the Platypus from Phineas and Ferb. It's just really cool, so I won't get into it now. So I think my brother, again, the guinea pig, sorry. I think my brother or my dad drew this. Yeah. Okay, next one. My mom wrote sword in a stone, or was it my mom? Might have been like my uncle or my cousin or someone. Someone. Pretty sure it's my uncle this time. Or my dad drew this. And my brother wrote King Arthur about to remove Excalibur after eating Mexican food. My mom drew this. Again, I apologize for the focus. I know I keep saying that. My dad wrote, pull the sword out of the stone at Taco Tote. I think my brother drew this. It usually takes it a second to focus. I wrote, boat with a bunch of weird stuff. And my dad made, or it might have been my cousin. Honestly, I have a lot of trouble keeping track of this. Drew this. And, okay, next one. I wrote, party cat, cow, wombat, oven, robot, boat. My brother drew this. My dad wrote pizza robot glitz. My mom drew this. My uncle wrote pizza robot with wrong ingredients. My cousin drew this. My other cousin wrote, pizza robot makes a fatal mistake. Okay, next up. My brother wrote wombat because he used to be obsessed with wombats. Presumably, my dad or my mom drew this. I wrote, an incredibly fat weird thing. A wombat judging by the square poop. By the way, wombats poop square. Pooping. mom, or at least I think it's my mom, drew this. My dad wrote, wombat pooping square poops. I drew a bunch of squares with the little, like, falling woo 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 marks, and I also with a message that said, I'm sorry, but I really can't draw a wombat in all caps. Here you go. Let's just see. And next up, I wrote, Freya fell asleep while hacking. By the way, Freya is the main character of the novel I'm writing, I'm gonna write. I've only just started it, and my novel's gonna be famous someday. Mark my word. And you're gonna watch this video and be like, "Wow, it's a girl who wrote the novel." I haven't decided what to call it yet. So anyway, my mom drew this. And then my dad wrote, I could hack into that site in my sleep. I drew this again. This is really embarrassing. Apologize for my bad drawings. And then I think my brother or my dad wrote, Freya daydreams about falling asleep hacking. Oh, and this is totally my dad. It's totally his drawing style. He drew this. Next, my mom wrote a cow and a bat. Wait, I already did this one, didn't I? If you'll just excuse me for a second. Okay, last bat. So my mom wrote, dragon singing in the castle. My dad drew. Sorry about the flicks again. This. My dad, or maybe not my dad, I think my brother maybe, wrote, when the dragon sings, the castle gets set on fire. My mom drew this. Again, I apologize, I'm not completely sure who did what. It was a long time ago, and it's hard to keep track of. Okay, next one. My dad wrote, the cat's out of the bag. My brother drew this. I wrote, me gata en un, which means my cat is in a, and then I wrote in parentheses, I have to switch to English, tutu by a ball of yarn coming out of a bag. My dad drew this comical little thing. My mom wrote, Fifi the cat raised her fist, ready to fight the rose that was blasting aggressively out of the bag. I drew this. This is embarrassing, but yeah. It's the best I could do in a short period of time. Okay. So I think my cousin wrote, myself screaming. My uncle drew this. My mom wrote, angry dude emitting lots of spittle. My dad drew this. My brother wrote, snot. My other cousin made this. I wrote, runny nose, blech. And then from here, I'm not sure who did what. This. Yeah, I'm not sure who did that. Okay. Next one. This one actually starts with a drawing. I wrote, ballerina pencil in a bikini farting. My mom, I think, drew this. Or I guess it wasn't my mom because he wrote on the next page. The carrot farted proudly before the world. I drew this. And my dad wrote, that tap dancing carrot is great to watch, but smells terrible. Okay, next one. My dad drew this. I wrote, guy on really big slide at a water park. And someone, I think my mom or my brother, drew this. And then my dad wrote, going down the water slide, I was wondering many things. Where are my hands? Why does my chest and hair look like another guy? 3, did I put on sunblock? I drew this. Again, this is embarrassing, but I will show you for the sake of you probably laughing yourself to death. Okay, next one. My dad wrote monkey bars. My brother drew this. I wrote movie camera person. And my mom drew this. Okay, next one. Cyclops eating a hot dog, said my mother. And I, in turn, or at least I think this was me, I'm not sure, drew this. My dad wrote, this hot dog passes its robot inspection. My mom then, at least I think it was my mom, it might have been my brother, drew this. I wrote, a robot barely got a passing grade. Oh yeah, they're holding a Sue. My dad drew this. My dad wrote cake, or wait, no, it wasn't my dad, I don't think. Could have been my brother or my mom. Someone, I'm not sure who, drew this. My mom wrote 3-toed sloth reaching his/her arm out of an inflatable swimming pool. My dad drew this. My brother wrote potato in an above ground swimming pool. I wrote Linus, Maru, Robin, Caroline, and Abigail, all Stardew Valley NPCs. Watch Susie and the guinea pigs, who are the names of our pets, clone themselves. By the way, Linus, Robin, Caroline, Maru, and Abigail are Stardew Valley NPCs. NPC stands for non-playable characters. They're like villagers in the game Stardew Valley, which is sort of this really big farming simulator, if you've never heard of it, but a lot of people have because it's super popular. My dad drew this. My mom wrote, a mob of people approaches a pet cloning machine and whips it a cat and 2 guinea pigs. I drew this little thing. And my dad wrote, we believe we have isolated cute in its molecular form. My brother made this little thing. Next one. Dad wrote, good till the last drop. My brother drew this. I wrote, movie director milking a cow. My mom drew this. Neither of us are that good at drawing cows. Okay. My brother drew this. And I wrote, Crow the robot watching a car drive into a giant mouth while needles are being thrown at it from the sideline. By the way, if you're wondering who Crow the robot is, it's a robot in this show called Mystery Science Theater. A really good show, but that I don't really feel like explaining. So I just searched Mystery Science Theater, and it's pretty self-explanatory once you watch it. My dad, I believe, or it could have been my mom, drew this. My dad wrote, "You might want to floss with those spear instead of that car." And my brother made this little thing. I wrote, "I have no idea what that was. Just draw something." And my mother, listening to me, made this. And my dad said, "I can't stop thinking about cheese." Okay, we're almost done here with Anteater running out of time. That was sort of a joke because when we were playing Tellestration with my uncle and my cousin, when he ran out of time, he just drew an anteater. So my mom actually put that. And I think it might have been my dad or my uncle drew this. I think this one was my mom, or it might have been my uncle or one of my cousins. But anyway, yeah. They drew this. I wrote, "Aardvarks in a fight." My brother, presumably, because it looks exactly like his style, drew this. And I wrote, or no, not me. My dad wrote, "And they think they can replace versus wood-fired pizza makers with robots." Or not versus, yes. Sorry. Okay. My brother wrote, "Pigs driving dirt bikes made out of lamps." My dad drew this. My dad has very distinct both handwriting and drawing styles. My mom wrote, "Bicycle built for 2 pigs." My brother, or it might have been my dad, again, hard to keep track, drew this. My brother wrote, "Bicycle with 2 seats and oinking." I think my mom or my dad drew this. I wrote, "Duck biker." This might have been me. Okay, so I know I said that was the last one, or did I? Or wait, I actually didn't. But there's this one I went through earlier that I actually missed one of them on, and it was this one. I'll just quickly go through it again. So anyway, yeah, it started with a drawing, this drawing. I wrote, "COVID mad after spying on Taco Tote and not pleased with the side of Linus's blackberry basket and some farts." My brother drew this. My dad wrote, "The sun is mad about the fart as well as the root causes of farts." My brother drew, or no, not my brother, my mom drew this. I wrote, "Son angry about something, don't know what, you'll think of something." My brother drew this. I don't know if you can see, but it's a sun driving a car with I think the moon in front of it, and it's saying "loser." And then my dad wrote, "The origin story between the banana loser, Belgium's famous banana juice drink. True story." Okay, and now I think we're finally done. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give a like and maybe a comment. But whatever you do, thank you so much for making it this far. If you're feeling extra generous, please subscribe. I really don't get many views on this channel. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and with that, I bid you adieu.